Hi, this is Mr. West, and today we're doing a Khan Academy tutorial on graph parabolas in all forms. You'll need a prerequisite for this. So you got to know your standard form, vertex form, and factored form. And I have videos on all three of those if you want to check those out. Maybe I'll even link them so you can know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to try to go fast in this video and show you kind of like some shortcuts. I'm not going to do a ton of showing out the process. So let's just go ahead and get started. Less talk, more action. This is standard form. One of the cool things about standard form is it gives you the y-intercept with the third term, the one that doesn't have an x next to it. So I'm going to do that first. Not my vertex. I'm going to grab the other one and I'll make my y-intercept 3. I know my 8 is positive in front of the x squared, so I know it opens up. Okay, so I know my vertex is somewhere beneath y value of 3. In order to find that, what I need to do is I need to use this formula for my axis of symmetry, or my x value of my vertex. So my vertex x value is this, negative b over 2a. Also b over negative 2a, however you want to do it. My b value is simply the value next to x, and my a value is simply the value next to the x squared. So my negative b is going to be negative 16, and then, let me do that in green actually. So negative 16, because that's the term next to x, and I'm going to change this to be red. Yellow is hard to see, so I'm going to change that to red. Okay, and then my a value is positive 8, and then I need to multiply that by 2 as per our formula. Okay, so this gets multiplied by 2. Now I'm switching to all the purple. So I have negative 16 over positive 16. That gives me negative 1 for my x value. So I know my parabola is going to be split like that. That's where my vertex is going to be. So I'm going to show you, it's going to be somewhere over here, super skinny parabola, and now I need to figure out where my y value is for my vertex. So I got my x, now I need to find my y, and I do that by plugging in my x into the equation anywhere I see it. So I'm going to put 8, and then instead of x, I'm going to write negative 1 squared. Then I'm going to write 16. Instead of writing x, I'm going to write negative 1, and then I add 3. This is not too bad, so we're going to have 8 times 1 here, and then this is minus 16, and then plus 3. So 8 minus 16 is negative 8, and then we add 3, and that gives us negative 5. So I know my vertex now. My vertex is going to be negative 1, comma, negative 5, and I'm done. So I'm going to go down to negative 5, super skinny parabola like I said, and that should be good. All right, next question. This is vertex form. So vertex form is useful because it gives us the vertex, as the name indicates. Minus 2, okay, that will tell us our x coordinate. So it's in the form of x minus h squared plus k, and there's an a in there. hk is our vertex, so in this case we have positive 2. It's the opposite, okay, so positive, that was supposed to be highlighter. So positive 2 is the opposite of negative 2. But for the y value for the vertex, okay, so this is the x value. For the y value of the vertex, it's any number that's added outside here. Well, you'll see that there's no number added outside there, so guess what that means? That means that our y value is 0 for our vertex. So 2, 0 is where this parabola is located, and there it is. And the second piece for graphing in vertex form, first step is finding the vertex. Okay, so there it is, vertex, we just found it. Second step is finding the y-intercept or any other point. I just think the y-intercept's a little bit easier, because what we're going to do is we're going to plug in 0 in for x. We have 0 minus 2 squared. That gives me negative 2 squared. And then I multiply negative 2 times negative 2, and that gives me 4 times negative 3 over 2. And what I do is I cancel out the 4 with the 2, leaving us 2, and we get y equals negative 6 for my y-intercept. That just means 0, negative 6 is another point I can graph here. And this makes sense because I had an a value that was negative, so that means it's going to open down. So 2, 0 is my y-intercept, and then 0, negative 6 is my y-intercept. Wait, no. Sorry. 2, 0 is my vertex. 0, negative 6 is my y-intercept. 2 points is all I need. There we go. All right, this one is in intercept form, aka factored form. This one's useful because it gives me my x-intercepts. Here are my x-intercepts. They're in the parentheses. Whatever makes these parentheses equals 0. So I could find that out by doing x minus 2 equal to 0, x minus 6 equal to 0. But here it's pretty obvious to see that x equals 6, we'll make that parenthesis equal 0, and x equals 2, the opposite of those numbers inside, are going to be my two intercepts. So right here and right here is where this parabola is going to cross. So I need to make sure I get there. Okay, this is going to be a little difficult trying to get exactly where it is. Okay, but I know that my vertex is going to be somewhere here. Okay, so I got it to be lined up. Those are my two intercepts, but now I don't know where my y value is. You always notice that in factored form that the axis of symmetry is splitting those two intercepts. So if we have 2 and 6 for our intercepts, we basically find the average of that, and it's going to give you what that y value is for your axis of symmetry, but also the y value for your vertex, or sorry, the x value for your vertex. So I know my vertex has 4 comma, and now I just need to find my y. How do I find my y? Well, what I do here is I just plug in 4 into my equation. So I'm going to do 4 minus 2, 4 minus 6. I wrote 4 instead of x, and then it's negative out in front, and this is going to tell me my y. So I'm going to go ahead and solve that in blue. 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 minus 6 is negative 2, and then we have that negative sign floating out in front. So that really becomes negative 2 times negative 2. That gives me a positive 4. So that's kind of cool. My vertex is at 4, 4. So I'm going to go 4, 4 here. Again, it's still on this axis of symmetry. 4, 4, it's right there. As you could have guessed, you'll notice that this is negative out in front, so that means it's going to be opening down. And there I go. That's what my parabola looks like. And we got one more. So we got all 3 forms, and we're ending with a standard form. This one's pretty good. We have negative 4 as my y-intercept, and now we just need to find my vertex, and I get that by doing negative b over 2a. I have my a value as negative 1/3, my b value as 2, and my c value as negative 4. So negative b is going to give me negative 2, and then 2 times negative 1/3 in the bottom. When I do that, I get negative 2 over 2 times negative 1/3 is negative 2 over 3. What I'm going to do here is, it looks tough, but I'm going to rewrite it, and you're going to see it's not so bad. This is why my students don't like this method, because it has some complex fractions often. But I'm going to show you that you can rewrite it as a division problem, and it's much easier. So I have negative 2 divided by negative 2 over 3. So I'm going to change flip here. I'm going to do negative 2. I'm going to change this to a multiplication sign, and then I'm going to flip that fraction to become negative 3 over 2 instead of negative 2 over 3. So then that makes it a much easier problem for us. I can put this over 1. You'll see that the negative 2 cancels with the positive 2, but the negatives cancel away. Negative times negative equals positive, and I'm left with 3 over 1, or just 3, positive 3, okay? So now what I'm going to do is, I found my x value for my vertex. Now I need to find my y value by plugging in 3 in for x into my original equation. Okay, so a lot involved here. That's why my students don't really like standard form. But I'm just going to plug in 3, and I square it, and then I plus 2 times 3, and then I minus 4. Okay, so let me just get rid of this. Give me some space. We're going to get 9 times a negative 1/3, and then I add 6, and then I subtract 4. That's going to give me negative 3 here. Then I add 6, and I subtract 4. And that's going to give me negative 1. Negative 3 plus 6 is negative 3. Positive 3 minus 1. Minus 4 is negative 1. So that's my y value. So my vertex is at 3, negative 1. That's my vertex. So 3, negative 1. It's actually, I was just 1 off with my guess. And there I go. That is graph parabolas in all forms. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm going to try to link some of my other videos to graphing other parabolas if you want to check those out before watching this or before doing this Khan Academy exercise. Either way, I look forward to seeing you next time right here on Wes Explains Best.